Hi all, I have quite a sweet attacking game to show you today, courtesy of Edward Panic. So, the opponent of Leela ID 529 today is the Texel chess engine, which is a rank 16 engine on the CCRL computer rating list at the moment. So, Leela was playing on a 1060 graphics card, and Texel on a 4-core i7, I believe. I believe it's a 15-minute time control. Any changes I'll put in the pinned comment of the specifications. So let's have a look at the game. Knight f3, the Reti opening from Leela. c5. In fact, the book moves are given to both engines here, and we have an exploration of quite a popular variation of the Sicilian defence at Grandmaster level recently. This move has been seen quite a lot. It stems actually from Fischer. Fischer even used to play this. So it's been kind of revived recently at the Super Grandmaster level. We see e6 in this game, g4, h6, bishop g2, bishop e7, bishop e3, knight c6, f4, end of book. So an ambitious, pawn chain here, very aggressive looking. Black played knight d7 here. Leela castled. Black castled. Now knight c e2. So just reinforcing the d4 knight before doing anything else. So this is already very interesting. Maybe a key move here already. It means now, being able to capture, to keep the pressure on e6 is important for f5, to keep that being effective rather than having to recapture with the bishop. And in fact, black tests that right now. We have knight takes, knight takes. So we still have a nice central knight, queen c7. Also the knight, of course, is defending c2, which frees up the queen for this next move, queen f3. So it does seem all very nice at the moment. Black plays knight c5, which opens up the bishop a bit. I mean, a move like e5 is just asking for knight f5. That looks just really unpleasant. So knight c5. Now, the bishop is also holding e4 here, so the queen's again free to move to this location. Queen g3. So it looks as though f5 and g5 are on the cards here. Bishop f6. And now c3, which does create a weakness of the last move. And the Texel chess engine is tempted to try and exploit this slight weakening of d3 by going in with the knight hitting b2. So guess what Leela plays in this position? If I give you 5 seconds to pause the video, what would you play here? Okay, no defense of b2 is given. Just h4, just going for the king. Just offering b2. So the Texel chess engine takes on b2. Greed, to be punished, takes on b2. We have g5. Already it's pretty dangerous for black in this position. We have hg. Just to give you an idea, if bishop takes, then bishop takes, this position just looks actually quite unpleasant. After, say, queen h2, f5, this looks really unpleasant after g6. White can actually strip open a ton of lines here, so threatening queen h7 mate. e5 opening up even more lines, and this becomes crushing this position. Here that loses the queen, so say knight f4. It becomes crushing quite quickly after taking check, check, bishop f6. This is just a fictional continuation, of course, but it's absolute crush. So taking on d4 might not be the best thing here. Black's already close to fatality here. The queenside pieces have just not developed, and black's been greedy getting this queenside pawn. So hg, hg, the bishop goes back. And now another nice move, attacking move. And you might think, well, hang on a sec. c3 is also under fire here. So guess what Leela plays? Forget about c3, queen h4, even if that's connected to a loose bishop on e3. The thing is, there's things like rook f3 to h3, so black actually wasn't tempted to take on c3 here and plays g6. But now we have f5. and things are just looking really scary here. We have G takes F5. On E takes F5, E takes, say this position, there's knight takes, there's bishop d4 threatening checkmate with the queen on and bishop coordinating on h8. There's bishop d5 check, and it's just absolute crush position here. Absolute crush, for example, like that. So on queen takes c3, you might be asking. In fact, the best move might be just to let black have the bishop as well with fg. So this position is very difficult for black to defend, for example, like this. Check, check, and this is getting nasty with queen f6 here. So something like this, queen takes e7, checkmate. So it is a very dangerous position already. So we're not too far from just the set book moves given to both engines, and black's already in a critical state here. So we have g takes, e takes. Now, yeah, it does look really dangerous. Black played f6. This looks as a move which you don't really want to play. But on e takes f5, knight takes, say here, there's, for example, check, and actually there's just bishop d4 check. Yeah, winning the queen. So that's no good for black. So here we have f6, and now g6. And again, it's really horrible because actually the bishop's always got the possibility of bishop d5 on e5. You know, here there's bishop d5, for example, which is vicious. So this Finchetta bishop is actually quite attacking in the variations. We see knight c4, rook f3. And after knight takes e3, black took this and resigns. The evaluation difference is agreed to be absolutely massive, so it's terminated here, the game. If it continued, say rook takes e3, black's in a really helpless state in this position, which is a really good advert for the whole h3, g4, f4. This game is such a good advert for this whole system. It's been made to look simple, chess made simple. There was actually a series of made simple. I think it's still going, it's very good, but here it's like, it's just been made to seem so simple how to play this whole thing. It's just totally lost here for black. If e5, then, as mentioned, the check opens up, and then queen h7, checkmate. And say queen g7, then f takes, threatens knight f5, as well as things like e7 if taking here. If here, this is very desperate, then actually taking and g7 is leading to another kind of mating net after king f2 for rook h1. Yeah, black would have to play that to stop rook h1, checkmate. So it's just a diabolical continuation. On king g7, there's just queen h7. So there's actually no move here for black in this final position. This was actually quite the spanking. After rook takes e3, it's quite a disaster for black. So yeah, if you want a system against the Sicilian Najdorf and want to carry on the traditions of Fischer and recent super GMs who have resuscitated this line, but I must warn you, the e6 is a bit on the passive side. There are alternatives like a quick e5, which black could try as well. So you have to be well prepared by all the different setups. But in the more sort of Shaven England setup, it seems as though this game was exemplary. White just sacrificed b2 and just accelerated the attack, making it look so easy against the Texel chess engine. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Comments, questions, likes, shares appreciated. Thanks very much.